Ladies and gentlemen, how long has it been? Hang on. Let's check this for a second. When was the last time we covered? November 7th, 4 years ago. November 7th, 4 years ago. So that's actually 3 years and 11 months ago was the last time we covered a Final Fantasy game. And no, I don't count 14. 14's an MMO. MMOs are different. It's been a minute. FF7R1, Mass Effect, Andromeda, and Kingdom Hearts block. You got it, Zero. Thank you, as always, for the sub. So yeah, we've actually kind of deliberately not been covering the Final Fantasy games. That's obviously you guys are part of that as well because you donated for that. I didn't put a cent of dealer's choice towards this, but I do find it interesting that the first FF games you guys funded was FF16. This game only took 598 days to fund, which is pretty low, actually. That's well below the average. For a bit of comparison, Deus Ex Human Revolution took 1,300 days. Hitman 3 took 1,400 days. Citizen Sleeper took 800 days. The Doom block took 900 days. Star Trek Resurgent was 900 days. Modern Warfare R2 was 600 days. Republic Commando was 1,200 days. You get the idea. So 598, just a little under 2 years, isn't actually all that long. That's relatively short, especially for a game this freaking huge. I should mention that well over half of the funding came from one person, and that person is not Rax. All right, who gave us $4? So so 4. It's okay, Zero only put $4 towards this too. Anyways, shame. No, I'm kidding. I think it's hilarious. Rax is like, oh man, I totally want to see you play FF14. Here's a $5. Actually, give me one of those back. Anyways, yeah, Doom Rider literally gave more than that, which was $30. Doom Rider put $30 towards this. Oh man, Lord Harrimont put more towards this. Moving on. But yeah, it's been a while. Part of that has been delivered. I haven't put a penny towards dealer's choice towards any Final Fantasy game because two big reasons. Well, three, if you forgive me for being honest. Obviously, the FF series has a near and dear place to my heart and always has. And I just kind of wanted to be in a better headspace and be a little bit more caught up with the queue before I started looking at games like this. Like, I've wanted to be caught up in the queue for about 4 years now, actually probably closer to 6 years at this point. And so my priority has been cleaning up everything that needed to be cleaned up queue-wise and pretty much nothing else, right? And then last year I lost like 6 weeks to nonsense, and this year I lost some stuff to nonsense, and that's all cool and everything sucks. So, I've been a bit behind. So the FF series, I've been cool on waiting on that. But the second reason is, like I said, I want to be in a better headspace and really be able to enjoy the game rather than actually being like, oh my god, kill me. Which is where a lot of my mentality has been in the last, well, more like last year. I'm getting better about that because we're getting there. We're not there yet. Oh god, we're not there yet. But the third reason is because there are several Final Fantasy games we've covered a few times. I actually double checked a few notes. We've streamed, not counting speedrun attempts, which are different. We've only streamed Final Fantasy VI, for example, 4 times in the past. And most of the FF games we've only streamed twice, once for the original marathon and once for the lore run. In some cases, it's been 3 times, the original marathon, the lore run, and the review series. But a lot of that stuff has been kind of whatever. So, but there's one Final Fantasy game we've never reviewed under any circumstance. We've never even done any kind of like previous version of the review system of it at all. And that's Final Fantasy 13. And so in my head, I always kind of wanted to push FF13 to the front of that list. And so that would be the first one we actually review under the current system. Because I've bashed FF13 ever since it came out, right? So I'm actually really curious how good it actually is without, biases and vague perspectives and general internet memeing and internet public consciousness. But instead of FF13, we're going to have to satisfy ourselves with FF16. So hopefully that will be close. But that's the other thing I wanted to comment on. Because here's the deal. When did FF16 come out? Does anyone know when FF16 came out? I mean, obviously originally. I'll just give it away. Last year, 2023. So FF16 came out last year, which means the last time a Final Fantasy game came out that I really liked, which would have been in 2006, was, hang on, carry the 3 billion years ago. It was so long ago that my life was in such a completely different space back then. Like, I can't even process to you how different my life was in 2006. That was a whole other world to me. And it's really weird to think about how long it's been since a proper FF game has come out. Now, I know what you're thinking. Is this a proper FF game? I have no idea. But that's the question, isn't it? Because FF13 was FF13. And its sequels were their sequels. FF14's an MMO. I do like FF14. You know me. You know I like FF14, but it's over on its own. And overall, I was net negative on FF15, an opinion I stand by. In fact, it's the only FF not up for an audit run, because frankly, I don't actually feel the desire to replay that game again. So it really has been, what is that actually, 17 years? No, that's not right. No, that's right, 17 years. Since, or 18 years. Is it 18 years? Whatever. Almost 20 years since the last time I have played a Final Fantasy game that I've just been like, yeah, about. Now, before you jump in, I should mention I haven't played Stranger of Paradise. That might be an asterisk in the middle of this statement. But from my perspective in reality land here, it was 2006 when I last played a proper Final Fantasy game. And that is a weird feeling. Like, it's just purely personally, I am very curious how this one's going to line up with those expectations walking into it. What is a proper FF? That's actually a really good question. Would you believe I actually made a graphic to that effect? I wonder if I have it easily accessible. Because if I do, I might actually share it. See, there's this thing called a Venn diagram. I love proper Venn diagrams. And I put one together once for the Final Fantasy series, because there's games that have Final Fantasy in the title. There's games that have Final Fantasy, like, tone, feeling, vibe, you know? There's games that, I can't remember what the third thing was. There was games that are directly connected to each other, have some kind of actual contiguousness with each other. And the Venn diagram of these things was actually hysterical to look at in comparison. It looks like I do not have the graphic immediately, so I can't just pull it up quickly for you. But it was really funny to sit down and figure all that out. I put it on Twitter a billion years ago. Where does FF7R1 line up on all that? It's actually an interesting question. I suppose the fact that I forgot it existed says something about that. You'll also notice I didn't mention the Pixel remasters. So, I don't have much to say about that right now, other than that I actually am overall net positive about FF7R1, except for the goddamn ending, which is terrible. It's okay, someday we'll get to FF7R2, which I fully anticipate liking almost all of, except for the ending, which will be goddamn terrible. But for now, let's go and get this sucker running. You're probably wondering why I don't have the game up yet. So the last time I tried to run the game for tech testing purposes, it immediately jumped into the first cutscene. So we'll see if we can get this lined up a little better. Oh, yes, I have. Dubarator. Before I go any further, I do want to say shoutouts and thank yous. Archeon Vale, Atheru, Asdamine, Ceiling Fan, Colored Master Spark, Command and Conquer 2, Dame Celeste, Dark Day, Direct D, Doom Rider. Game. There we go. Epic, Fringe Philosopher, Jinja Ninja. Oh, there it goes. Hardboiled, Hive King, Huthor, Justin T. 1977, Little One, Laser Spec, Loke the Night Reaper, Lord Harrimont, Melkor Blade, Nami, Nerozaz, Nevermore, Novan, Pillars of Snow, $82, by the way. Pretzel, Reximus, barely. Retro Justice, Sakage, Scion of the Emperor, Steppenwolf, The Black Sky Darkens, The Little Billy, T-Vaw, Timonash, Tokyo Vampire, Trickster's Lab, Venters, Wenlock, Wilking, Zira, Zlartek, Zeiss, Arspruce, Frieza, offshore Twitch account, our majority shareholders, which include Blade Traval, Drunk Killorn, hang on, there's another one, and Valerian Wraithwall, and the person who put this game on the list, who also donated over half of the money for the run, Eternus. Thank you, all of you, very, very much. And yes, that is exactly 53 separate people who all donated for this run. That's not exactly a record. Echoes of Wisdom is at 63 for a bit of perspective. But 53 is nothing to sneeze at. So, yeah. Okay, hang on one second. This is being strange. I've actually got a new menu. I didn't have this menu last time. Who made this game? Sure thing. This game was made solely and explicitly by the entire Devil May Cry 5 team. And they did nothing but sit there eating Skittles day after day in preparation for making this game. One second. There we go. Joking aside, there were several members from the DMC5 team that did actually work on this. Hey, Adam Ciuta. Are we doing the DLC? You know how that works. If there's a DLC, we're doing it. PFR. Okay. So, yeah, as you can see, we do have both things here. Let's first unlock Origin on the world map, as well as complete these 2 side quests. Okay. Thank you for purchasing this other DLC. You must unlock Origin and complete these 2 side quests. Okay. I'm going to be relying on people who aren't me to figure that out. But anyways, let's go ahead and double check. So, I've actually already given these positives, but these are some good options. We've got graphics options, which is actually decent for once. Let's turn this down actually to 60. There we go. Motion blur can be turned off, so that's nice. A vignette mode can be turned off. I got a couple of other things we can do here, including turning off bloom, which I did. Some very basic stuff here. It is stuck to 16:9 mode, which is why we're over here, but that's fine. Decent audio things. There's this thing called visual alerts. I actually like this. This is accessibility option. This is for people who are deaf. So it gives a visible representation of certain things in the sound of the music. We, of course, will not be using that, but I do like that it's an option. We've got our fonts. So we've got the text language, which we can change between a whole lot of things. The voiceover language, which is English, Japanese, French, German, Latin American, Spanish, and Italian. All of that is voice acted. We've got subtitles. We've got subtitle size, and you can see an example of exactly what it's going to look like right there, because Zan jumps over Zemus in Baths. I'm sad that all of that makes sense to me. We can change whether or not there's a background of the subtitle, speaker names for the subtitle, and hearing impaired subtitles, as well as NPC chatter log. And of course, we can actually screw with the buttons on this. In fact, we're going to be playing Zabi because that's my preference, but I could change it to the PlayStation setup if that's your preference. This is some good freaking options. Plus, moving on. So this is what I was setting up last night. So yeah, that's 2 pluses already locked in there. It is one of those games that mutes when I alt-tab. That sucks. Nothing I can do about it. Yeah, how am I playing it for 16 on a PS5? I'm not! I don't have a PS5. At this point, I'm pretty decided that I never will. Alright. Okay, so, yep, no, yep, So we can do action-focused or story-focused. We can also change this at any point in time. We're going to start by staying story-focused, because I'm curious what it means. And we'll see how that goes as we move forward. Yes.
It was Moss the Chronicler who said that the land of Valisthea is blessed in the light of the Mother Crystals. and that it was this light which finally led our forebears out of the darkness. Yet, what they saw in the light gave rise to temptation. Temptation that ever lures us back into the crystal shadow. And thus did our journey begin.
With Ifrit versus Phoenix, as it should be. Loading. So now it's just Lord of the Rings. Oh yeah, sorry. I forgot this is playable. I was actually worried. In fact, I guess I am still worried. I've actually heard bad things about this port. We'll see how that goes. Square has a very mixed success record when it comes to PC ports. It's seriously that reason, Doom Rider? That's funny. So, we had to test this first and foremost. Yes, we can pause cutscenes, but also, we can skip cutscenes. Thank you, God. But yeah, we've apparently respawned to the Dark Souls campfire. This is an old standard when it comes to anything. Photos, movies, shows, and games. They usually call it a flash forward. The idea is to be like, hey, negatives. No, those are positives. The idea is to try and catch the audience's attention immediately. How successful this kind of thing is debatable. I will admit a personal dislike for this type of thing. FF15, for example, I rather notoriously absolutely slammed the flash forward in FF15, which I stand by. It's worth noting. Both times I streamed that, I was not a big fan of that. But it depends on the specifics, as it always does. It depends on how good you do with what it is you're doing here. And I think that was brief enough and lacking in context enough to just be the kind of thing to make sure that you're paying attention and that you're awake, right? Before we get into the slower part of things. Having said that, it is interesting that they have so little faith in their audience that they feel the need to be flashy as fast as you possibly can before going back down and lowering the tempo.
It'll be light soon. Both camps have begun to stir.
You all know the target. Shiva's dominant. And only the dominant.
No one else? Where's the fun in that? How do we even know the girl will be among them?
Our kind do not question orders. We follow them. Try to keep that in mind.
And in case you didn't catch the very obvious scars they all have, immediately after being told that we do nothing but follow orders, he reaches up for a scar, drawing attention to it and immediately mentally connecting the two things together.
Let's get this done.
I wonder if the director of FF16 will ever do any kind of crossover with the director of FF14. And yeah, obviously I've seen a decent amount of this because we did that preview with Rax last year, I think it was. So I already know some of the stuff I'm kind of poking at here.
Focus, Wyvern. You are key to this mission's success.
Yes, Sergeant.
Alright, you ready for this? Ready for the only gameplay we're getting in a solid hour?
I said focus, Wyvern.
Yeah, that's great. That's great. That's great. Yep. Yeah. Okay. I could purchase on Steam. Why is that an option right there? If we skipped the prologue, I didn't do it on purpose, Playable. Okay, so that switches that. Okay, that's on. Sorry, it looks like we have a couple other options, but what I'm really looking forward to is that. This is way too quiet. I'm sorry. I'm having trouble hearing them. Yeah, I own the DLC. Why is this right here negative to gameplay? Here's how you open up the main menu. The thing you just left. Thanks, Gabe.
Don't have time for this. All hell is about to break loose.
Time to move.
Don't worry, we won't see any gameplay for like an hour.
Just in time.
Did you enjoy that? That was your gameplay. I'm barely joking. Stutters. It's fine. It's fine. I should mention I do have the graphics absolutely cranked. Yeah, no strategy.
Blood are more beast than man.
It's just a brawl.
The way this is going, they won't need this new dominant of theirs. What?
Yeah, I've noticed a lot of stutters.
To the gates! Quickly! Move!
What do you mean, you refuse? Did you not pledge your swords to our cause?
Come now. Marshal, the King of Waloed is our guest.
And you have His Majesty's answer.
Lots of casual magic usage in these cutscenes, by the way.
I wonder that you summoned us at all. Have you so little faith in your own men? It was the Dalmex who drove back the Crusaders in the Battle of the Twin Realms, was it not? Or am I mistaken? Besides, your dominant has yet to take the field. And when he does, our knights would only get in the way.
Perhaps you have not heard, but the Ironblood now have their own dominant. We would be fools to underestimate them.
Bugger their knights.
What did you say?
Should this citadel be allowed to fall, the capital will lie exposed. And I doubt the Crusaders will wait for the good king's pawns to line up before taking to the board. Which just leaves me.
I do want to gush. There's a lot of good exposition going on here if you're paying attention. She obviously does several things to shame and dismiss other people in the room. And so does this guy, Mr. Giant Man here. And they also use the word dominant in the way that FF13 failed to. Yeah, very little as you know, and a lot of... My personal favorite form of exposition is when they say something naturally as if the characters would actually say that in a way that kind of conveys the information that that is being conveyed. So the players can just kind of be, paying attention and be like, oh, okay. Oh yeah, I noticed there was an active time button. We'll get to that in just a second. Thank you, Gijo Rulv, for the sub, as always. And as always, if you want to put it towards up to 3 things, please let me know. One moment. And yeah, big dude there, putting, like, it's almost too overt. Like he's first of all, he forces the guy who is clearly his superior down into his chair, then blows the smoke from his cigar into his face and puts out his cigar in the guy's drink. Yeah. Enough said, really. So we've already got some surprisingly good cutscene construction going on here. So, active time lore. What is that button? Well, that's a good question, because we're not tabbed at the end. There we go. No. Hey, there it is. Behold, hold this button to activate the active time lore feature. A compilation of important information relevant to Clive. Who's Clive? Current storyline progression. ATL can even be viewed during most cutscenes. Behold, all the stuff that can be stuffed. Okay, what's a dominant? Those within whom sleeps the power of an icon, though they may look and think no differently to any other man and woman, they can not only cast elemental magics without a crystal, if you notice she did that earlier, but also transform themselves into beasts of world-shattering strength in a moment, a quality for which they are honored, worshipped, and feared. The Dalmekian Republic, a nation formed from a federation of 5 smaller states that is located in the southern half of the continent of Storm, and it has its capital of Randella. It is also home to the mother crystal known as Drake's Fang. There's no official state religion, and citizens are free to worship as they please. Dalmekia's key political entity is its parliament, which is formed of ministers representing each of the states with the prime minister at its head. The kingdom of Walode, how the hell they pronounce it? It's some weird pronunciation. Walode is the sole surviving nation in Ash. Walode has its capital in Stoneher, home to the mother crystal of Drake's Spine. A warlike land, its considerable military might serves to keep neighboring countries at bay, while Walode does maintain a Waloed does maintain a notional alliance with the Dalmatian Republic in Southern Storm. It is very much a marriage of convenience. The fort that we're currently at. A stronghold situated at the western end of the Nissa Defile in the Dalmatian Republic. Near 873, it served as the site of a meeting convened by the Dalmatians and their Waloed allies in an attempt to enlist their aid in driving back the Ironblood, who has been a thorn in their side since the Battle of the Twin Realms. The Battle of Twin Realms was the Battle of Twin Realms, fought between the Holy Empire of the Sanbreque and the Kingdom of Waloed in the year 865. Sanbrequois forces, with the power of the icon Bahamut on their side, took the Strait of Otha back from Waloed, putting an end to the blockade that had lasted several decades. The Walooders, looking to Waloed their way back to the capital, formed an alliance with the Dalmatian Republic, who themselves were waging war against the Iron Kingdom on the western front and prevented the Empire from progressing any further. Fighting the forces of the Iron Kingdom, ultimate of command rests with the king, which is orders directed to the commanders of each of his battalions. Ironblood soldiers generally prefer heavy clubs and great axes over swords and lighter weapons. This rather brutal approach is indicative of their overall attitude, which has earned them a reputation on the continent as savage, if primitive, warriors. I'm not reading all these out loud, by the way.
Hopka!
The Ironblood will rue the day they set foot on Storm. This game is over.
Oh, well, so that was it. Well, that was a lot shorter than I was afraid of. Okay, so that was FF14. Or 16, excuse me. Actually, want to hear something funny? You know how absolutely terrible Google is nowadays about its search engine, unless you do the web hack? So I remember looking up something on FF16 just a minute ago. Like literally like an hour ago. And it was like giving me all kinds of search results, which confused the hell out of me. Until I realized that what it had done is it automatically assumed that I was looking for things on FF14. And I had to correct it and be like, no, what I meant was FF16. Thank you. Thanks, Google. That's what I was looking for. Appreciate ya. Anyways. Yeah, exactly. Bionic. It's just really. One moment, please. Okay. I gotta ask the question. I know we're all thinking it. How does he fit inside her?
Benedicta.
I'm sorry, look at the size discrepancy.
Take care.
Dude's a giant.
Does the lion take care when he chases the hare? Or do you think me one of the latter?
No, my love. You are a lion. You're my lion.
Like, seriously.
I'm afraid of a little frost, Benedicta. But I will need someone to warm me when I come home.
I mean, honestly, yeah, he's probably got a small dick.
The front lines are gone. This is our chance. The chaos will conceal us.
Oh yeah, no, she's not into him at all. I caught that, Pillars of Stone. I can already tell you right now, she's probably our Act 1 villain. You know, the tutorial boss. Maybe not tutorial. You know what I mean, though. Oh my god, gameplay! Oh, sorry. I was very excited. Okay, we're okay. I think I am gonna go ahead and turn down the graphic settings a little bit because This is we've literally already had issues. All right, so let's see what do we got. Here we go. Let's turn down shadows. That's always one of the first things to turn down. Let's turn down water. Get rid of ambient occlusion. Get rid of reflection. Well, it's not post-oblivion line, but it was a net negative trihexy, if that helps you. That should be good. Let's see how that feels. Whoa! Whoa, whoa, whoa. Oh, I believe you, Tomb Raider. Oh, right. Hang on. We've got to use the DLC sword. I don't remember how... It even told me how to get that. Do I not have access to the real menu yet? Oh my god, I don't. How do I get the menu? The actual menu? God damn it. Not anymore, Yura, no. I turned it down.
And quick.
I like frame rates.
As always.
Take the van.
What do you mean by van? Let's check the ATL. Let's see here. The Bastards. A unit of trained assassins deployed to the Nissa Defile, deep within Delmekian territory, tasked with the elimination of an enemy dominant. The Brand. Let's not read that yet. Yes, I know what a vanguard is. I'm being facetious. Come on.
Something's not right.
There's Titan.
Titan. So the Darmaks finally grew tired of being slaughtered.
And look who's here to greet the bastard.
Come on.
Yeah, I think I'm with you on that, Matt Overlord. A lot of games treat summoners like nuclear weapons. Even in the FFs. I can't imagine why they would get that preconception, though. Field an army when a dominant's on the field. Oh, I think we're about to die again. Oh, never mind. Okay. Yeah. So close.
You don't get to die here, Wyvern. Move!
I'd call this gameplay, but I'll be curious when the first real bit of gameplay shows up. Is that the gameplay moment I was talking about in those FF videos recently?
Anytime, Wyvern.
I'm gonna go down. Okay, sure. Playable cutscene. We're playing Assassin's Creed now. Missed everything here. The game's actually over. It's the final boss.
I'm just gonna stand there.
That's true. We are playing Assassins. Oh, he's dead. Yeah, this is actually the DLC.
Wyvern! Wyvern! I told you before, you do not get to die here.
I don't know, but it's rated M for mature when I went to stream it.
Clive! Get up, Clive!
Meanwhile, 13 summers earlier.
Do you yield? Well, if you're not cut out to be a shield, there's always work for you in the stables. Unless, of course, you think you can defend your master while sat on your arse in a puddle of pig swill.
I'm sure he'd find a way. My brother always looks after me. Right?
Go on. You're sure to hit him eventually.
Don't give up now.
Two arms, then. It wouldn't do to disappoint the gallery.
Hey, Mike.
Let's start again from the beginning. Come, show me your form.
What? Okay, please tell me I can rebind that. Oh, thank God. Yeah, sorry. Attack is on X. So that's X for the SNES controller, Y for the Xbox controller, or triangle for the PlayStation controller. No. We're just gonna move that down. There we go. That's a little bit better. I'm a SNES person. There's a reason I called it X first. I mean, I say a SNES person. Nintendo still uses that layout. The Zabi layout has been around for 30 years. It's kind of muscle memory at this point. Yeah, by the way, lack of a negative for rebinds. Just looking at what else we got here while we're here. Okay, that should be good. Okay, so attack.
Good. Again. Very good. Such swordsmanship will serve you well in the field. But can the same be said of your spellcraft? The flames of the Phoenix burn within you. Now let them burn without.
Look, the number of games that don't understand what key rebindings are is
Fire down
ridiculous.
upon me.
And again, that's something that goes back to the SNES era. Star Fox and Super Metroid both had rebindings.
Excellent. Keep them coming. Well done. You wield the Firebird's flames just as a first shield should.
You flatter me, my lord.
Or would you rather I flattened you? Can be arranged. Let's see if you can elude my blade. After all, your attacking prowess will count for naught if you don't live long enough to use it. On your toes, Lord Rosfield. How did you dodge that? I was sure I had you.
That was amazing!
Good. Remember, Clive, your blade is not your only weapon. Quickness of thought and fleetness of foot are indispensable arms in any shield's arsenal. But you are not just any shield, are you? Show me what sets you apart from the rest. You have been blessed by the Phoenix, granted the use of its power. Call upon that power now to close on me. Well, I'm waiting. Are you not blessed by the Phoenix? Then prove it. Impressive. But even the most agile shield cannot hope to escape every blow. And death may come by a handful of cuts as easily as it comes by 1,000. There is only one way to ensure that you do not fall. Keep your wounds mended and your energies replenished. Speaking of which, my lord, you seem a little worse for wear. Now that won't do at all.
Oh my god, Darth Boulder returns. So far? No, you're...
Battle is a succession of pivotal moments, wherein life and death can be decided at a single stroke. You must be ready to utilize every tool at your disposal if you are to navigate a path to victory. Or at the very least, to ensure that you live to fight another day.
Hence the so far, Plato.
Enough practice. It's time for the test. You've recovered from your soaking, I trust. You wouldn't want to kick a man while he's drowned.
I thought you'd never ask.
Come then, Lord Rosfield. Spar with me. If you believe yourself worthy to be called Shield of the Flame, then prove it.
As you wish, my lord.
I notice he's wearing armor and we are not, too. Like, we've got a little bit of chainmail, but that's it.
How that, me boy? Make proof of your strength.
Go on, you're sure to beat him this time.
You can do it, Clive. Just stay calm.
Ah, you're taking this seriously.
Keep going, Clive.
Why is that? Okay.
Well, it's time I took my own advice. I used all the tools at my disposal.
Go on,
a little more. We believe in you.
He won! See? I told you he could do it!
Aye.
Bested at last.
Yeah, no, it was throwing me, Settlezilla.
It's taken me long enough.
That was a display worthy of your father. You are a true shield of the flame, and let no one tell you otherwise. Including me. What are you lot gawping at? Back to your drills.
Of course it mutes. I have to poke at that. I disagree with Mike. But I do hope the move has been going as well as it possibly can. Thank you for the sub, Mike. As usual, if you want to put that towards up to 3 things, please let me know. You too can make runs like this happen. I guess pausing would be worse, Bionic Punk, by definition. Mike's putting that towards Civilization 7, Mass Effect Andromeda. I am Pokemon Violet. And thank you, Mizuno Speedruns. As always, I will put that towards the BRPG block. On Violet. Mass Effect Andromeda. And turning on the fan. It's a little bit hot in here all of a sudden. Now, is it the game? Or is it the Titan? Brother, stop using magic on me.
Joshua, I was just tired. The Phoenix's flames are a gift. You mustn't waste them.
It isn't a waste. My shields look after me. Why shouldn't I?
Uh-oh, he's got the cough! I actually spent a whole time talking about this last time, so all I'll say in brief is that there's this really funny thing in fiction where there's only really one way to convey if you're sick, and it's the cough. Doesn't matter what it is. Doesn't matter if it's like cancer, you know, like inflamed kidneys, or, you know, diseased blood, magical death. No, it doesn't matter. It's a cough. It's always a cough. Unless it's sci-fi, then it's forehead veins.
You were coughing this morning too. You shouldn't be outdoors.
I'll be fine. It's just a cold.
Don't push yourself.
He's got a broken leg.
Father's back.
Hey.
Probably Lenareth.
Please, this is no place for one such as you.
I would gladly brave hell itself to see my darling boy.
Oh, hey, it's Princess Evil.
Gentlemen, Rosaria thanks you for your indefatigable loyalty.
Thank you, Your Grace.
We live to serve.
Only person who doesn't bow is Joshua. Literally the only person.
You should not be out of doors. We have discussed this.
I'm sorry.
Good day to you, Mother.
How dare you speak to me?
Come, Joshua.
You stain.
Your father will be expecting us.
Yeah, no, she's evil.
Lord Murdoch?
Your Grace.
I mean, she's a noble. Of course she's evil. I don't know, Lenirith. I have no idea.
To treat your own flesh and blood.
I know. It's not his fault. Not everyone can be born the Phoenix.
We should join them.
It's a very evil thing to say. You're evil! You know, I caught that, Pillars of Stone. So what do you think? 5 minutes till he dies? 4? I don't know. Should make a better game out of it.
Rise, my friends.
How soon till the reasonable monarch dies?
Welcome home, Father.
Thank you.
No, he's the reasonable authority figure. And they have to die, like, immediately. That's their job. Is they're the one person who is keeping the evil nobles at bay. And then when the good nobles die, it's like... And then the evil noble's like, whoa, now we will take charge. I mean, that's a really old trope, actually. I mean... Cinderella had that trope, for God's sakes.
Joshua. You are well, I trust.
Yes, Father. Much better. Today, Jill and I went to the Bailey to watch Clive's spa.
Is that so?
Oh, I've got it. 16 minutes.
Quiet, Torgal. Stop it, boy. Not now.
You'll make a fine hound one day.
Father.
Lift up your head, girl.
Thank you, Your Grace.
The capital rejoices at your safe return, Your Grace.
War is coming, my boy. We must make ready.
Yeah, counts are evil.
Truly so grave.
Come to the throne room. We will talk there.
Yes, Father. Your Grace.
Shields dismissed!
Yeah, barons are usually evil. Counts are usually evil. Dukes are usually good. Kings vary, but queens are usually evil, whereas princesses are usually good.
Torgal.
Viziers are always evil.
Where do you think you're going? Clive here is off to see the Archduke.
Right.
Yeah, dukes are fine, but duchesses, evil. A good count in fiction. One good count! Should you find yourself lost, hold down whatever that button is. What button is that?
There's trouble brewing.
I'm not sure. I need to speak with Father.
Aha! L3. The Marquis is usually plotting something. The Marquis, however, is usually just an innocent pulled into the greater machinations around them. Alright, so hang on. Ooh. Alright, let's look at this stuff that's making me too powerful. There we go. Time slows for an available enemy attack. So that's the red thing that was throwing me. Complex button can be executed simply by pressing Y. We also have... that's it, actually. Oh, no, hang on. Automatically use a potion when HP falls below a certain point. Potions will be used before high potions. Automatically evade as long as the attack can be evaded. Okay. Well, let's get rid of both of those nonsenses. Hello, Kuro. I think Kuro wants more food, Mr. Red. Also, did you see the lower right? Yeah, no, we're going to be here for like... My current estimate is 12 days. Actually, 13 days. Because today's a half day. Yeah, King is a coin toss. Emperors are always evil, though. Yeah, Lord is also a coin toss. So we have 800 HP, 70 attack, 20 defense. I don't know if our stagger is our stagger offense or our stagger defense. I do try Arcane Veil. I'm actually going to be rolling out some improvements to the review pages to make them a little bit more parsable very soon. The most recent review was a test bed. If anybody's curious of the new format and wants to give me feedback, do me a favor. Check the review page for One Shot. Tell me what you think of it. Okay, so it's pure offense. Thank you. And that tells us that... So yeah, I could have actually told that. If I'd spent 5 seconds looking at it, I could see the weapon gives a stagger and the armor does not. So therefore, logically, the weapon, it's stagger offense. Emperor Kuzco is an evil. I guess the steward is usually an idiot. Regents, they vary. There we go. He was evil. We'll go with the past tense. Not a bad menu, not a great menu, not a bad menu. I do like the quick and dirty. We'll have to see what we think of the quest log when we start actually having side quests, which we're still in the back flashback, so we're not going to get to that anytime soon. So I'm still pretty tired. I do like shortcutting, and I do like customizing. So let's go ahead and put shortcutting, question mark. And I do agree with the idea of the accessories being difficulty options. What I really want to know... Wow. Is if that does anything. Let's find out. Because it doesn't tell me. We'll also jot down an info in game, which so far feels like a singular. Yeah, Final Fantasy has had this weird approach to interface for a while. Pretty much since... Honestly, I'd say 12. Although even 12... Well, yeah, 12 I think was the beginning of them trying to be whatever they want to when it comes to interface. Like, think about 13's interface for just a second. And yeah, they're definitely trying for some kind of minimalism here. What do you got? Yeah. So this is interesting. So the gameplay difficulty does nothing. Now you're probably thinking, huh? But no, this makes a weird amount of sense. Because there is a hard mode, or rather a Final Fantasy mode, which we actually don't unlock until we get to New Game Plus. The only thing that actually changes is the auto-equipping of the accessories we already have. That's it. So that actually doesn't change anything. So there are no difficulty options, which is fine. It's just strange that they portray it in such a manner. Well, just in case that screws with us, let's do that, because I don't want it to re-equip those. Hang on. Okay, that doesn't seem to be what I want, so let's get rid of that. What did the choice actually do? Near as I can tell, all it did was change whether or not we had it equipped originally. I'm guessing I don't have access to that yet, played it all.
Ever the optimist.
Enjoy the silence. Wonderful silence. Yeah, make a Skullmon Spockmon. I have no idea what I will think of this game. I'm trying to walk in as neutrally as possible. Because everything I saw leading up to the game indicated that I would hate it. That's not me trying to be negative. Indeed, I'm not even sure that's true. It's just... Well, let me walk that back. It is 100% true, but I don't think I'll actually hate it that much. I was going to go over here. Damn. Ah, well. I was hoping for an option that isn't there. One moment. I do like rioting, Doom Rider.
The Phoenix will be with us. Those savages don't have a chance.
Yes and no, Sid Gregor. Brand.
Good as new.
Forgive me, Lord Marquess. Pray do not concern yourself with this bungling cur.
His name's literally Slave Master.
You fool! Did I say to speak?
It was no trouble. Really.
Oh, do not indulge him. To be allowed to stand in your lordship's presence is more than his kind deserves. Why, neither the Empire nor the Republic treat their bearers half so well. He was lucky to be born in your father's dominion. Very lucky, as I remind him every day.
Stand.
The sigh.
Stand.
I trust his good fortune will continue.
I'm sorry, look at the immediate contrast between their outfits. I mean, it's obvious, but like the guy on the left, the slave, let's call him what he is he doesn't even have proper hemming on his shirt. Whereas the guy on the right actually has, and I don't know what they're called. It's this stuff right here. right on the edge of the outfit. And you probably can't even see it, but it's supposed to be something that contains it. Rather, it's not just loose threads. There's something you conceal it in, and then put it there to like seal it in. I don't know what to call that, but I know what it is, and it's what the guy on the right has, both on his sleeves here and up on his collar up here, as well as on his apron. The guy on the left is wearing rags, which happens to have a hole cut for where his head goes through. And yeah, by the way, this is the good kingdom, which still has slaves. They just happen to be treated better. Because, you know, slavery is so awesome. We need more of that in our life. Can we get more slavery? Okay, can we get... Yeah, okay, cool. Exactly, Bonnick Bonk.
Of course, if that is your lordship's wish. Don't work too hard.
Oh, and also, just to further contrast, Clive's outfit is obviously very well tailored with much better material. In fact, it looks like actual leather as opposed to the guys on the left who both have cloth.
But it is for the good of the duchy that you serve. As do we all, my lord. As do we all.
So the guy on the left has a rag wrapped around his belt, waist. God, sorry, I'm still really tired. Whereas the guy on the right has an actual belt wrapped around his waist. We have metal. Yes, sword is the weapon of a noble. Not necessarily the best weapon.
Ready for supper.
Not necessarily the most useful weapon, or the most utility weapon, or highest damage weapon, or anything good. It's just, that's the weapon the noble people use. And that's what we've got.
I think someone's hungry.
Considering how much classism exists in real life, it doesn't surprise me that we've got classism in our fiction. If you'll excuse me, that is a tray of 4 different types of cheeses, 2 different types of bologna, and some beans, along with some mustard. Oh, and a pie.
Starve.
Best fill our bellies while we can, then, eh?
I'm having my bearer filled with well, my lord. Best to save what crystals we can, eh?
So, there's a little bit of world building for you. They've got magical crystals, just kind of established before the well, and that's what's actually filling the well. We're not pulling water in from rain or from underground aquifers, we're just refilling it through magical crystals. However, the bearer, Mr. Branded there, is actually using his magic in order to fill it right now. After all, the bearer's magic is less worthwhile than the crystal. This feels a lot like FF12 in terms of building the fantastical into its everyday world building. Something I crave and get very little of, really, in games. Oh, I saw Internet intro, Android. In fact, I also saw in the intro that one of the bearers, the assassins that we were, had no problems getting rid of our fire by hand. Whereas, in the middle of the meeting with the people, that one dude had to hold up a crystal to do it. Oh, and also the dominant of Shiva didn't need anything. She could just light the fire with her fingers.
This war ends up dragging on.
No. It's a good thing to point out, Burnout Android. But yes, I am, of course, paying attention. But yes, I love everyday magic. It's something...
Quiet in here, isn't it?
I bang on that drum a lot because it's so rare still. Even to this very day, after bajillions of years of fantasy fiction, we still almost never see magic being used in a common, everyday, world building kind of a thing. This is going to sound awful, and I'm about to lose half my viewers, but one of my favorite tidbits in My Little Pony was this bit where their magic was starting to seep out of them, and as a result, all of the food that they had brought with them for a journey was rotting. Now, they didn't need to explain that. It was just a comment because their magic was draining out as a result of the thing they were dealing with, and their food was going bad. But all the other pieces that are there for us to be like, oh man, that's awesome. Because it explains so much about how they do things like transportation and refrigeration and why so many of the populace can work in basic produce production and still have that be a viable thing, because in real life that wouldn't work. It makes sense, right? Yeah, could you use Waterga in order to fill a pond? Real question. Can I use a fireball to put out a real fire? You know, to remove the oxygen from the area. Stuff like that. I love that kind of thing. I mean, I think that's absolutely terrible, Mega Skullmon Spockmon, but I'm not sure what you want from me. I have actually already given my thoughts on that, so I don't blame you for not watching me 24/7. Why don't you watch every one of my streams, Mega Skullmon Spockmon? God! In simplicity, for those of you not aware of this, a lot of companies right now make more money by selling their data to advertisers who buy them in bulk in order to then sell to other advertisers than they do from whatever actual product they make. And so companies like Sony, and they're definitely one of the bigger ones about this, but a lot of companies who are doing this right now are doubling down on specifically trying to scrape as much data about you as possible because they make so much additional money from that as opposed to whatever actual product it is they service. So the reason that Sony is pushing so hard to make sure you always have a Sony account is because that provides additional information which you can put into the database, which they can then sell. That's why that's a thing.
There's Joshua.
Wait, where's Joshua? Who are you? You're not my brother. Where's my brother?
Marquis. Forgive my man. He'll be done in a jiffy. Just getting the place tidied up for the big procession.
And now die. Oh, hello. Speaking of casual magic use. Using more magic to trim the verge, I guess.
Clive,
Are you worried about the war?
the soldiers will expect the Phoenix to help them, but I don't know if I can.
And already we've got something that's an interesting idea. Earlier we saw a big burly guy who was basically the man in charge, filled in a room with kings and queens, and he was the one calling the shots because he's frickin' Titan, right? Did you see the giant-ass rings on his finger? The casual display of opulence on him? Remember that? Anyways, so we see what someone who is a dominant can be for a setting, but what if someone who's a dominant is a child? All of a sudden they go from being the most dominant person in the room to being a piece on the board, being manipulated and controlled? That's not the word I want to go with. By everyone else around them. There's expectations placed upon them. You are, yeah, they're a football. Exactly. You are now something that we need to use for our purposes and benefits. And there's not too much you can really do about that. And indeed, you might not even know what to do about that. That's a recipe for disaster in every direction.
Don't worry, Joshua. Father will guide you.
Actually, yeah, Barnacle.
I will protect you. Always.
I know.
Oh god, Joshua's gonna be a boss. Time to kill Joshua. Stab. Because this is a grim, dark fantasy. Everything's dark and gross and horrible. Oh yeah, I feel like I commented on this during Rax's showcase, but one other thing I want to point out here. Vines, and also the enamel? I actually don't know what it's called. There's a thing you put over brick. Not in between brick, over brick. You can actually see it there, like on the top, right? And on the bottom, it started falling away. So you can just see the exposed bricks. Is it varnish? Anyways, there's the stuff over the brick, and that's falling apart because, you know, maintenance and time. They don't have that issue. Just look at the contrast. Vines? No vines. Bricks exposed and being coated away by just time and effort. Completely pristine.
Do you understand? The power of the Phoenix dwells within Joshua, and Joshua alone.
See, she's a duchess, so she's evil.
If any ill should befall him, it will be on your head. Do not neglect your duties again.
Yes, Your Grace.
God, I want to kill her. Please tell me I can kill her. Let me kill her. Let me kill her! Oh, God! Okay. What? What? Oh, that's a good point, Blade Taval. Oh. So when the good king dies... 15 hours. Give me a few days and I can kill her. Kill her so hard.
Good luck.
Aw. Alright, so Jill's dead, the puppy's dead, Joshua's dead. We'll kill Joshua, of course. Annabelle will live, naturally, because she's evil. But we'll eventually kill her. Oh god, I hate that throne room. Think about how much money and time and effort goes into this room right here. Holy crap. Oh yeah, that's another little thing. A little bit of the nobility going on here. Lord Commander over there, constantly referred to with deference during the tutorial. Did you catch that? Even though he is a Lord Commander, which is actually a complicated bit of the gentry, but nevertheless is someone who is, for all intents and purposes, landed, and therefore part of the nobility, still deferred to us in all things and constantly bowed to us as a superior, even as he was training us.
How may I serve you?
All right, you can stop licking my boots. Your mother isn't here.
And I'll remind you, see, the thing that I love about this, and this might be writer factor, right? So assuming the writing in this game is good, which, what this is showing us is that these are the good guys. This level of wealth disparity, with people who have slaves, with people who abuse and misuse the servants and treat them like trash, as worse than literal objects. These are the good guys. That says so much. And when Sean Bean over there dies, because he's gonna, we're gonna see how bad the rest of it gets.
Do the territories fare any better?
Yeah, the Atreides.
Most lie under a pall of black. In just these few moons, the Blight has taken nigh on all of the northern reaches. It is only a matter of time before it crosses the border.
By the flames.
Nearly every available bed in the capital is already occupied by those fleeing the Deadlands. Even if we were to send them south, to Port Isolde, more would only follow in their wake.
Do you not hear it? Is this not Sean Bean? Do I have to Google this? Hang on. FF16 voice actors. Who is voicing him? Let's see here. What's his name? I just realized I don't know the name of our dad. Is it on screen right now? Nope. Oh, you know what? I've got an idea. Active Time Lord Elwyn Rossfield. Here we go. Elwyn Rossfield. That's what I want. Apparently that is actually not Sean Bean. Holy crap. He's doing a very good Sean Bean impression. Sean Bean? I don't know. Oh, that's why he sounds so familiar, of course. You've probably heard him before, too. He's been in a few things. I have heard him as Errand from Horizon Zero Dawn, Hendrik from Dragon Quest XI, and just a couple weeks ago, Lucas Gray in Hitman.
Every day we delay brings us closer to disaster. We must move now.
Against the Iron Kingdom.
We have traded blows with them for too long. It is time to end it.
At the very least, we must secure Drake's breath. Without the blessing of the Mother Crystal, we cannot defend our realm from the spread of the Blight.
The Iron Blood will not relinquish it easily. This will be a bitter fight.
We ride for Phoenix Gate tomorrow. There we will listen to the words of our ancestors, as tradition dictates.
Am I to go with you as Joshua's shield?
There is something else I would have you do first. Rodney.
You will have heard the reports, I am sure, of beastmen from the north being sighted within our borders.
Goblins in the Stillwind marshes. I know of the rumors, yes.
Then you know what must be done. I will give you 2 good men. While we ride north tomorrow, you will journey to Stillwind, search it, and clear it. Then you will join us at Phoenix Gate.
I also like the sound design of this room. Much more muffled. Much quieter.
It is time to prove your strength. And shut your mother up for good.
I will do my duty, Your Grace.
That will be all. Rest well. We ride at dawn.
Yes, Your Grace.
Yep, we gotta take out the beastmen because the Blight is causing us issues. Whatever that is. We don't know, we don't care. Yeah, that's the problem, Botapump. There are no wild witches. We've got to find one. I was actually thinking recently that maybe I need one last addendum to the golden number calculation. I haven't decided 100% on this. In fact, I would probably only do it privately, not publicly. But it essentially boils down to games that I would someday like to replay, getting a boost in score for that factor. What was actually making me think about that is there's something that's been on my mind for a while. And that's that Final Fantasy VI is almost assuredly not going to be in the top 5 in terms of review, right? Like, there's no way. And that's funny and strange, because that is a game I absolutely adore replaying. In fact, I look forward to replaying it a bare minimum of 2 additional times after this point. In fact, probably closer to 3 more times from this point onwards. But, like... yeah, what was the exact... There was something specific that brought this to my attention. Yeah, I think Super Metroid might have been what dragged this to my attention. Because Super Metroid is only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7th on the list. And yet, of those 7 games, which one will I replay the most and most immediately? Hell, I'll be playing Super Metroid in a couple weeks here. Just interesting to think about. Like I said, something I'd probably keep private for my own purposes. Maybe that'll be the platinum number. But it's also been on my mind for a while now, because, like I said, FF6 is probably not going to score that high. It's just a game that is really, really, really solid for its own very subjective reasons, to me. It is a very, very good game, don't mistake me, but it just doesn't have the depth necessary to score as high as something like, say, GTA 5, right? Honestly, I will not be surprised if this game outscores FF6, simply by virtue of its length. No, Bionic Punk. There's only 2 Final Fantasies that have been reviewed under the current system. One is Mystic Quest, and the other is one we're playing right now. I'm not aware of the meme, but I think that is the same type of thing, Pillars of Snow. The runner number. I actually like that idea, Blade Duval. The runner number. I'll chew on that idea. It's something I've been thinking about for a while now. What I would probably do is add an additional modifier at the end of the golden number calculation that basically magnifies the golden number by a multiplier that says, this is how much I want to replay this. I'll have to figure out something that makes sense to that, though. A dangerous pastime, I know. Sorry. A cozy meter. This game would not have a very high cozy meter. Hey, Giga Pudding. Yes, actually, 13 days is my current estimate, Lord Harrimont. Might go higher because I keep pausing to talk. Sorry. We're not even out of the prologue. Oh, right, okay. Sure. Any long game will have a high replayability count? I can think of one long game that'll have a very high replayability count right now. Can you guess what it is? Other than WoW. Although you're right. Sorry. I always think of MMOs as their own category. Yes, it's Starfield! How did you know? I approve of the attempted assassination of Darth. I forgot what you came up with, Savicom. It was really cool. It was a good Darth name, but I can't remember it. Gladius. Good afternoon, Evo. Bricks. Doodads. I love how much these two clearly don't love each other.
How long will you be away this time?
I mean, of course they don't love each other. They're nobility who are married to each other. Why would they love each other? They probably both have mistresses and or misters. What's the male version of a mistress? Lovers.
Not long. 4 days, maybe 5.
And you will be taking Joshua?
Well, I can't exactly leave him behind, can I? The blood of the Rosfields runs in his veins. Before going to war, we perform the rite at Phoenix Gate. It's our way. You know that. And only the dominant can enter the apothecary, so yes, I'm taking Joshua.
Oh, to hell with your way! The boy is ill.
You think I don't know that? But the boy is also the Phoenix. The heir to the throne. You can't keep him in swaddling clothes all of his life.
Elwyn!
Don't worry. Clive will watch over him. Though he is a youth of but 15 years, he's already a fine soldier. He will make a splendid shield.
You see more in him than the Phoenix did. He was rejected, Elwyn. Our household has no place for such a failure. He is worthless, a man like any other.
Jesus Christ. This is Evo's mother. I'm sorry, I have to jump in that really quick because there's a lot of wonderful, like there's some, we talked about this last time, there's some very crude exposition and some good exposition like side by side, and it's really throwing me. Because sometimes they're straight up throwing as you knows at each other, but then otherwise they're just casually mentioning things that really helps convey the scene. For example, one little detail I bet some of you, at least some of you missed, was he flat out says in like a bored tone of voice, yes, he has the Phoenix and the Phoenix can enter the gate. Therefore, yes, I'll be taken to him. It's our way. You know that. And her response is, yeah, that's your way. Your way. So we can tell who married in. Nice little detail there.
As am I, my dear.
Nonsense. You are the Archduke of Rosaria.
Oh, not this again. You know as well as I do that I only sit upon the throne because my father was taken before his time.
See, bad exposition.
Merely warming the seat till Joshua comes of age.
And there you go. He's the regent. We actually talked about this last time, too.
You are your father's firstborn son, and you sit upon the throne. All is in its right place. Unlike some, you have not disgraced our noble blood.
Without men like Clive to keep us safe, your precious noble blood would long since have graced the gutter.
Oh, yeah. This also is, once again, good exposition and bad exposition in the exact same scene. Bad exposition. They're just expositing at each other. They're talking to us, right? Like 100%. They're just explaining all this stuff for people not paying attention. I'm not even mad. It's just what they're doing. The RPG block, Elder Scrolls 6, and 6. And then Pokemon Soul Silver. You got it, Nemesis. Thank you. As always. But there's also the subtle implication going on in the background. He's not really noble. He's got the perspective of someone who lives in reality land. And so he actually is a reasonable person because he's not noble. You get it? The whole, like, he is effectively a regent. He is someone who the Phoenix passed over. Even though he was the firstborn son of his father, who was the king. His father died before his time, and the Phoenix never got a chance to choose him and passed over him one generation down to Joshua. This also conveys the idea that dominance passes through lineage, so that's another fun little factoid. Whereas she is pure noble. It explains why she is the way she is, and why he is the way he is. And all of this is in the middle of a scene where they're basically saying, as you know, I am your wife. I mean, husband, whatever it is I am. And she's like, and as you know, I am your Also, I just have to also comment on how wonderfully clumsy her attempt to seduce him there was, and how effortlessly he just shrugged that off. Just a complete no-sell.
Start. I'm going to sleep.
And you could tell she actually disdains him, whatever she says, for being of such ignoble blood. Wait, Lavos! Look! Look! Lavos is right there. It's just southwest, just down left of the moon. Do you see him? Do you see it? Chrono Trigger remake is happening, I swear! Oh, God, someday. Oh, it's Medion. Wait, what?
This is it, then. Time to prove yourself.
Wishing on a star?
Correct, Venters.
I'm a little old for that.
I'm just looking at Dalamud.
We should get some sleep.
But add-ons were forbidden. Shut up. I mean, in fairness, there would be a negative if they ever remade Chrono Trigger. Mitsuda would probably do the music.
You're going with them tomorrow, aren't you?
I am Joshua's shield. I'm sworn to protect him. He takes too many risks. I only wish I could save him from himself.
Clive, you...
I have another mission too. Father has given me my first command.
It's a tutorial mission. I'm going after goblins instead of rats, so that's something. It could be worse. It could be bandits. Actually, I think the goblins are stealing things too. Oh. Well, at least they don't have rat. Actually, I think the goblins have rat mounts. Oh, for God's sakes!
Well, if you're not going to pray to Metia for your safe return, I shall just have to do it for you.
Don't pray to Lavos. Don't pray to Lavos. Red Star, do not fall. Yes, Ross.
There's going to be another war, isn't there?
Aren't you in the middle of a war? Also, you live in the medieval ages. War is like just a thing that happens. Seasonally, actually. Like, wars last years because you don't actually spend all of those years fighting. You just like, battle, battle, battle. All right, now we recover. People get born. We go get some equipment. Let's get our stocks back up. It takes months to move. Okay, then we war again. Come on.
Since coming here, I've begun to take peace for granted. I assumed the war between our nations would be the last.
But then, I'm so sad about war. If only I could summon a demon and end the war at last.
It never really ends, does it?
No. The next war will be bigger than before.
We'll call it World War
You'll be all
I.
right, won't you, Clive? You're a shield of Rosaria, after all, and blessed by the Phoenix.
I love how her voice definitely sounds like a 12-year-old or however old she's supposed to be here.
It's getting cold. We should go in.
Well, I figured she's younger than us and we're 15, so...
Good night, Clive.
Oh, yeah, that's another thing. That castle has, like, the worst insulation, I guarantee it. That place is cold. Looks pretty, though. Oh, Lavos. They keep showing me Lavos. Look, it's not my fault, okay?
Sorry, Ambrosia. We won't be hunting today.
Reunion.
I'm sure you'll do brilliantly.
Reunion. Oh, sorry.
Try.
Bye, Jill. Who is Jill? She a maiden in waiting or what? Oh, you know what? I've got a way to fix this. Who is Jill? Hey! Born a princess of the Northern Territories, Jill was made a ward of Rosaria after her homeland's incessant raids were quelled by the duchy. Oh, you really are from somewhere else! She's probably actually is a political hostage. She was raised in the castle alongside Clive and Joshua, who came to love for her as a sister. Interesting. That's a good point, Bladeville.
Friends, we ride for Phoenix Gate. May the blessing of the crystals go with us.
Narrator. The blessings of the crystal did not go with them.
And shield the Firebird's flame forevermore!
The Firebird's flame was not shielded forevermore. These people are all dead.
As grace departs, open the gates!
No, it actually is funny. There are plenty of historical accounts where being a political hostage actually meant an improvement in the overall livelihood of the person who was the hostage.
Lord Rosfield, allow me. I shall see her safely to Phoenix Gate.
That happened in Iran, that happened in Japan, that happened in France. And by France, I mean Gaul, excuse me. Yeah, it was actually funny how often that would happen. Biggs, Wedge, how are things?
We're ready to depart, my lord.
I don't even care what your names are. Your name is now Biggs, and your name is Wedge.
To serve alongside you.
These two people are dead.
This is to be no mere investigation. If there are goblins in Stillwind, they won't leave willingly.
Ooh.
Beastmen are a fierce foe. We underestimate them at our peril.
So, real quick, is the red hair... So which one's which? Which one's Biggs, and which one is Wedge?
Not today, we won't.
Sir Wade, Sir Tyler.
What?
Let us do our duty.
With pleasure, my lord.
I'm using my power as the future heir to the throne to rename both of you legally to Biggs and Wedge.
As you command.
To the marshes, then.
Yeah, it's called Star Wars, Mr. Red.
Of the crystals go with us.
And that sounds like a joke. But it ain't. This is the Overworld. You've played Final Fantasy Tactics before, haven't you? You haven't? What's wrong with you? Put this game down right now, and go play Final Fantasy Tactics immediately. No, Rax doesn't give a crap about me. You kidding me? He only put $4 to this game! What's with the chains? Ah, we'll figure that out later. I'm sorry. Yes, once you get sick of Final Fantasy Tactics gameplay, and you will, YouTube the rest, then come back here and finish this game. Oh man, I could go for a candy bar right now. I do have Snickers and Payday.
Those goblins. The reports placed them in this area.
It's all swamps from here. What's your step, my lord?
And everything else.
We are still in this flashback. But I'm pretty sure this is officially the end of the Eternal cutscene. Like, this is our first dungeon and encounters and boss and stuff like that. So, okay, there's the accessories thing. How do I save? How do I see my save? Oh, I've just got a map now. Yeah! Yep, okay, cool. There we go. It doesn't say how long we've been playing. Yeah, so it's been about an hour and 50. Now, granted, I have been stopping a little bit, but still, I think we could fairly safely say it's been about an hour and a half of cutscene. I saw the sprites. Now, we gotta find the Warden Treaties here. Let's see.
Not exactly the most well-maintained path. But who do you imagine would maintain it? They've all fled from the Blight.
Can I just save anywhere? And there's autosaves. I like. Yeah, little baby Clive sprite there. What's the male muncher? And why is it eating all the mail? Mr. Ed, what are you doing with the mail? Oh my god, it's Rax! Everyone act cool. Act cool, act cool. Sup, Rax? We haven't been talking about you for an hour and a half.
It's hard to believe that anyone used to live here.
The old village of Stillwind is ahead. Not that there's a lot left of it.
I also like how looting just happens. I just walk over and that's it. Oh, that's stutter. I turned the graphics down, don't forget. Hey! I hope you enjoyed that gameplay, because it's back to cutsceneville! I'm joking. I'm sure we'll have actual gameplay in a second. Now, we gotta kill the beastmen. See, they're different from us. That means they can't be trusted. I mean, look at them. They totally look gross. Ugh, they need to die.
With me.
Goblins. So the reports were true.
We should press on. There may be more ahead.
Yep, time to sound the drums of war. Zero put $4 towards this game. How much did Mr. Red put towards this game? Hang on, hang on, hang on. Let's see. Let's check here. Zero. Savacom put 0. Evo put 0. Ross put 0. Giga put 0. Why are you watching this? You didn't even pay for this. Blade Turval put money towards this, 183. Bella put money towards this. Little one, you actually put $27 towards this. Zeiss put $33 towards this. Ah. By the way, if you feel like thanking anyone for this run, and obviously I'm just joking because I'm in a good mood, but for real, Eternus put $2,044 to this run. So if and when he shows up and you feel like thanking anybody, that'd be the guy to thank. This is a perfect example of the system kind of working as intended. One person put a lot of money, but that wouldn't have funded a game this long. 53 people funding a game, and one person putting a lot of money towards it. That funded the game. Yeah, $2,000. That's almost a whole month's rent! Anyways.
Welcome to Stillwind.
Have care, my lord.
There's more.
What? Yeah, I know that loot's automatic. I've already had plenty of opportunities to loot, Gabe. Jesus. Stay down.
Forevermore! And stay down!
Jesus, blow up, Alex. I know, Canada, but God. Yep, these goblins are looting a long-abandoned settlement. We have to kill them immediately! Hang on, gotta use those haptic sensors I don't have. PS3 controller for life, yo. This killing is becoming addictive. Wait, is this Tales of Arise? Button. Depends on the setting off the deeper end. If we're talking about Warcraft, then yeah, goblins are people. Yeah, cool. Oh my god, 550 a month in rent. First of all, I'm very happy for you, Zeiss. That's awesome. Second of all, I hate you! The apartment I just left was trying to rate hike me up to $1,300 a month for a one-bedroom nothing with mold. Yeah, that's also Canadian money, because Zeiss is Canadian. I have so many Canadian viewers, my god. Is it no wonder I have so many Canadian girlfriends?
Watch out, my lord.
Yes, Zeiss is secretly my Canadian girlfriend. Sorry for giving that away, Zeiss. I couldn't keep our love in any longer. I'm liking the HUD so far. Situational awareness is extremely important for a game like this, so being able to literally see at a glance like that is nice.
Reach yourself, my lord.
I mean, hypothetically, it actually will, Ross, but it's not a guarantee. We'll see. Yeah, you don't want to know what the mortgage is here. Now, granted, we have 3 working individuals helping to pay that. But still, you don't want to know how much we pay a month in rent. I'll give you a hint. It's more than this run cost. The whole run. A month. Yeah, and we're moving.
We should be nearing the old village square.
It might not be a nest of goblins.
It's only 90 minutes of an intro. Metal Gear Solid... Oh my god, that actually beats Metal Gear Solid 4. I'm not joking, Metal Gear Solid 4 is actually 45 minutes. I'm serious, it's been timed.
Sneaky sods. We're trapped.
My lord. I'm working on it.
There's like a tutorial combat thing in MGS4, and then there's a really long cutscene. It's about 45 minutes.
Well, we'll have to take care of his followers first.
Care to thin the herd? As if you have to ask.
Oh, I see what you mean. So apparently I can't use that to dodge. That's good to know. Actually, no. The only Metal Gear Solid game I've reviewed under the current system is 1.
Shit! He's invited a friend!
They have a cave troll. There's no caves around here. Shut up, Clyde! great.
Founder, that's a swing and a half. Be ready to move when it winds up for another.
You'll have to tell me twice.
That is twice in a row I've hit the dodge button, which of course is not the dodge button. That's going to take us a little ways. Third time, I keep hitting the wrong button. I might actually have to rebind dodge. That is throwing me hard. I'm getting hurt here because of that. Way too early on that. Don't stop getting hit by that, please. Appreciate you. There's our red raspberry jam. I'm gonna leave that for a second.
Fine work.
Guess I can do that. Ding. So this may sound like a really strange thing to comment on, but our stats go up. The reason that's strange to comment on is that's not actually a guarantee. Not every FF, not every RPG for that matter, has your stats go up on level. F6. So, in the rear with the gear. Sorry. Blah, 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 blah. Rewards based on performance and may include items, ability points, and experience points. Yeah, 4 has tell us go down. 10 doesn't give you any any stats up for experience. Well, for levels, excuse me. Oh, sorry. Yeah, 8 has the enemy stats go up. Twice, actually. There's 2 separate metrics of enemy stats going up in FF8. See you around, Giga. Have a good one. Oh, right. I should be in a bad mood. This game sucks. Don't worry. I'll be in a bad mood in about 5 days. You watch. Eating what tonight? Actually, it's a fend for yourself night. So, dinner's up to me. That's true, I'm not slouching. Hang on. Ugh. So here I am playing. No, I'll be excited for Starfield. Are you kidding me? That's going to be great. Yep, I'm going to eat cardboard. No, Starfield's going to be great. It's going to be two things I love. It'll be a terrible game, and it'll be short. Okay. So we've got controls. Let's think about core combat. Let's break down core combat a little bit. We've got nothing fancy about the special attacks. We do have a little bit of... oh, God, what's it called? I'm really tired. The thing where you're like, you hit a button and you go shakunk, right? There's actually a term for that in gameplay design, and I can't think of it. So we got a little bit of that going on. We've got weaving. No, not the closers. That's a special ability used to get close to the enemy. I mean, like, you just attack and you kind of adhere to the enemy. I can never think of the damn term. No, I haven't really been using logon. I guess it is tracking, but that's not what I mean. Clasping? Grappling? Those are going to bother me now. I'm looking forward to Strangers someday, actually. I look forward to it being the asterisk, like I mentioned earlier. Fixating. The problem is fixate has a specific terminology as well, but it doesn't matter. Let's see, snapping, weaving, and then parrying is a thing. And we have to talk about staggering. We'll put a question mark by staggering. I've only done one section of combat in the entire game. So we'll chew on that later. Thank you, Doom Rider. As always. And if you know what you want to put that towards, up to 3 things, as usual. Remember, you can put that towards genres now if you want to put it towards something more generic, but still something you're vaguely interested in. Let's just put a question mark for this. Stranger of Paradise, Wow, War Within, and Pokemon Violet. I think that's actually it. We do need to put a question mark by this. We'll debate that as we go. HUD. I definitely do like the HUD. Okay. Hi.
Come back and fight, you coward!
We're only covered in the blood of your allies.
Before he summons the rest.
Gear can significantly improve player attributes. I can't make fun. I mean, I can, but I'm not gonna. What I am gonna do is I'm gonna go over here to gear and to icons. I notice is the other thing now. Let's try it again. 10 more defense. Well, at this point, that's a 50% increase. I'll take that. And there's our easy mode stuff, which I will probably not equip. Although I do like the idea of an auto potion. But, we'll chew on that. Why am I capped at 4 potions? Now let me explain that a little bit. So, capping me at 4 potions per combat actually makes a degree of sense. Not something I completely agree with, but it is something that I at least understand. We've actually had discussions about this before, where you have, 99 potions, but as soon as you enter combat, you've only got access to 4. Once combat ends, those 4 slots are refilled automatically from your pool of 99. Make sense? This is actually something tactical games tend to do a lot as well, the turn-based stuff. So that makes a degree of sense. But the problem is this is acting like I am capped at 4, period, not 99. Hence the question. We'll see how we feel about that in, a few hours in. We're probably going to chop off soon-ish.
There he is!
Immediately restock a potion. As I was talking about it, yeah, we're already back up to 3 potions.
Damn it!
Damn! He made something we could walk on instead of this muck. How dare he be so considerate? Sir, we are a slave state. Okay, so the actual first boss here.
This ends now. What's in there?
It's okay. He died quickly.
It's not south.
Gross.
Keep clear of its maw, my lord. That thing's breath is worse than its bite. That reeks! I said stay away from its mouth!
Yeah, that's not particularly bad, Raspberry Jam.
Your guess is as good as mine.
Oh, we're dead.
Don't!
Ah!
Before it recovers!
Interesting we can dodge in midair, by the way. He does look kind of spongy, doesn't he?
You won't be gone for long.
What does Marlboro smell like? You ever smelled corpse in real life?
I cannot fall here.
Ah!
Now for the final push, my lord! I think we made it angry. I'd rather we made it die.
I'm gonna test something. As soon as he stops doing what he's doing right now.
This should help.
Actually, yes, Hero. Snap. That was the word I was looking towards. Ding.
My lord. Thanks. I never thought I'd see it. Not just goblins in Rosaria, but morbles too.
I'll petition His Grace to send a detachment. If we don't stop them here, they'll be at our gates before long.
We should get moving. We don't want to be caught out here after dark.
If we set off now, we can still reach Phoenix Gate before nightfall.
Just in time to see the entire army and our father and our son and our brother and our mother and our sister and our one true love all be dead. Yeah, maybe we should burn the remains, I'm just saying. Of course we have a son at 15. This is medieval times and we're a noble. We probably have 2 children at 15. You kidding me? Oh yeah, we gotta have tragic timing. That's a good point. That's interesting. I can't actually do anything from this menu. Just progress forwards.
Suddenly, thousands of red eyes. No, wait till you hear this. Wait till you hear this. His lordship draws his sword. The goblin chief runs off screaming straight down a Morble's gullet.
And there was a Morble, which we probably shouldn't be happy about.
Drink and be merry, boys. Good work on the morrow.
Must be gratifying to see your student making such a name for himself. The young lord has a bright future ahead of him.
Aye, and one of these nights he may even deign to join us.
No. See, you're common folk. Sorry, anyways, now that I'm not in the middle of a boss fight, thank you, Tukio. Always appreciate the sub. Give me one moment, please. 6v6. And that's going towards FF7R1. Pokemon Violet and Mass Effect Andromeda. Listen, being a noble means being alone. Always alone. Standing tall astride the world as a pillar of marble. And then someone shows up with a hammer. Whack! Alright. I was middling on Andromeda. If you asked me right now to put a review on Andromeda, I'd probably rate it at 0. As in the golden number, I would give it a 0. Oh my god, Braywin. Alright, exactly, Pillars of Snow. There's some legitimately good stuff in Andromeda. And then there's some legitimately bad stuff in Andromeda. And there's a whole lot in the middle, which is just... Anyways. What's wrong, son? Don't you like your yams, I guess? You know, they've got these giant ham hocks. Yeah, sure, hang on. This is photo mode. Apparently, this is my options of photo mode in a cutscene. I have frozen the cutscene. The end. That's it.
Are you unwell?
No, Father. Just a little tired.
Well, it has been a long day.
That's right, they feed the soldiers. They have to be the good guys.
They all like Clive, don't they?
Well, yes, he's the main character of the game, son. What does that make me? You're the tragic protagonist who's going to die horrifically in order to give him motivation. Oh. I hope I'm the best sacrificial child ever. Don't worry, son. Someday you'll give tremendous motivation to the main character. Just like my father did to me when I was a young lad. Wait, your father died to give you motivation? Yes. Yes, he taught me all I needed to know about gaining vengeance. What did you get vengeance on against, Father? The GM.
Aye.
Good night, Joludo.
Your brother will be a fine shield. We're all very proud of him.
Okay, he'll die a quick death.
Father? Why is it that the dominance is always born into our family?
So let's have a discussion about genealogy. There's these things called midichlorians, you see.
Doesn't seem fair.
We cannot live without the blessing of the crystals. and the crystals work their magic through us. You have been blessed, Joshua. Blessed to be a dominant, to wield the power of an icon. Our family has been chosen to share that power with the people. So that is what we must do.
And copyright.
Louder, my friends! Louder!
I don't suppose I'll be missed.
Psych! We were actually playing Joshua the whole game.
Poor Jill. She'll be wondering where you've got to. So much for you being a fine hound.
So this is where you've been hiding.
What are you doing out here?
I didn't see you at the feast.
Feasts are the only time shields are allowed to take their ease, and I've never really been one for cakes and ale.
But cake! I'm with you on the ale, though. Screw that. Sorry, one moment. Jotting down some thoughts. Don't mind me. What was the name of the town we started out at? Our capital. I do like roasted meat. Rosaria. Are we going to go to war against Arcades soon? Ah, Rosalith. That's actually what I wanted to know. Thank you. Excellent.
It's the vegetables I don't like.
Yeah, vegetables are for poor people. Ugh. If you're rich, you get meat.
I hear you slew a Morble. All the men were singing your praises.
They never used to. When I joined the ranks, everyone thought I was a spoiled little lordling. If I didn't know how to handle a sword, I'd be a laughingstock. The Archduke's firstborn failure. You're the one they really believe in. I'm jealous.
That's not true. They don't believe in me. They believe in the power of the dominant.
My brother the Phoenix. Ruler over life and death.
That's my job.
It isn't fair. It should have been you. I don't have what it takes to lead our people.
It's okay, Rax, if it makes you feel any better. That's actually $3. I mean, he's 12, so FF701, Hearts block, near, and thank you, Rax. No, didn't. So, on the off chance nobody's aware, about a month ago, I've been doing this for months now because I knew it was coming, but about a month ago, Twitch upped their prices to $6 for every sub. So now, since I still get 50% of that, a sub goes to $3 instead of $2. I also adjusted the price of the guessing game and the points thing to accommodate, using the sub thing as a standardization. No, I still get $3 from Prime subs, weirdly enough.
I don't have the strength, but you do.
Direct donations, Bionic Punk. Like, 3/4 of my income comes from direct donations at this point.
Every man has his duty. Ours was decided long ago, when our ancestors chose to instate the dominant as the Archduke of Rosaria.
Marvelous.
All to ensure that whenever our nation stood on a precipice, the Phoenix would rise from the flames to drag us back from the brink. The fate of Rosaria sits on the dominant shoulders. It is your duty to bear that burden.
But what about you?
I was born to be your shield. That is why I was given the Phoenix's blessing. To keep our future rulers safe. No matter what. However hard it gets. I'll never let you down.
Thank
I was just joking, Blow Off Alex. I'm sure we don't actually have a child. We don't even have one true love yet, although it's probably Jill. I get 50% from Twitch. That's for subs, and I guess that's just it. So from subs, I get I get 85% from Patreon, and I get 97% from PayPal. I'm not really joking when I say that direct donations, which is PayPal, is the majority of my income.
I know you'll always take care of me.
Before I can do that, you need to take care of yourself.
You have the cough.
All right?
I should go inside. It's past my bedtime. Good night, Torgal.
Yep, abusive mother, distant father. By the way, you're also a walking nuclear weapon. Okay, so now for everything to go to hell.
Supplies from the capital.
Yep, here's 5 inches of steel. Here's 10 inches of steel, and here's 30 inches of steel. Correct, Czar.
You took your time sampling the wares, were you?
It's a good job the North is full of enterprising traders keen to keep us in wine.
Spare a barrel for the boys on duty, eh?
What in the...
Gateway secured, Captain.
We proceed as planned.
Well, those are the bad guys. You can tell because you can't see their faces. Yeah, they've also got nice, shiny, full plate armor.
that?
Forgive me, my prince. It's me, Wade. You probably don't remember me.
I remember. What is it?
We're under attack. I don't know who they are, but they've set light to half the castle. I must get you to safety, Your Highness.
Very well. I'm ready.
Follow me, Your Highness.
Okay, I was joking, game.
Are the enemy already inside the castle?
Oh my god, of course our attacks are much stronger. Yeah, and I have recoil, of course. Because we're not exactly a trained combatant like Clive is. We're just stronger. That is a quad 9 heal. Wow.
What was that?
I have to help them. Everything's on fire.
Fall back, Your Highness! He's not one of us!
No. I must do my duty.
Die by a Rosarian blade. Thank the flounder you're unhurt.
I saw them at the feast. But they were laughing.
This is Sambra Quargarb. But why would the Empire...
We must find my father.
Damn it, I didn't catch how he pronounced it. Sambraho or something like that. I remember the name, it's the religious sect from earlier. So, they're the bad guys because they're a religion in a JRPG.
Damn it, the bastards are everywhere.
Why would the Empire do this? They're our allies.
That's true, they're an empire. Kingdoms are good. Actually, we're a duchy, even better than that.
I have the dominance!
Tyler! Damn it! His wounds are deep.
I can save him.
Your Highness,
Don't worry. You're going to be all right.
I'll hold them off.
Yeah, don't worry. He's been completely skewered. We can heal that. And yeah, considering he's probably doing some cauterizing there too. Of course it would hurt. I even called that.
Clive!
Joshua! Come here. Tyler, you're hurt.
I'll survive. Thanks to His Highness.
Your Grace! Lord Murdoch!
You rescued the young prince. Well done, Sir Wade.
I'm in your debt, soldier.
Not the time for this.
Your Grace.
Really, not the time for this.
We cannot stay here. We should make straight for the rear gate.
Omia lost Alan, Tuesa Gelif. May the winds speed you to Rosalind.
The north gate's up ahead. There are chocobos in the stables. Father, take Joshua and get to safety.
No, I'm not going without you. You're supposed to be my shield, remember?
I remember, which is why I'm going to hold the enemy here while you make your escape.
I will order our remaining forces to rally at the gate. Now go.
I will do my duty. You must do your duty too.
I know.
You have to keep Father safe. I'm counting on you, Joshua.
Oh, right. I guess there's some gameplay here. Actually, yeah, Logue. We'll see how this goes, though. We do have an edge. There's the edge, by the way. Get it? You have a very strange fighting style, I just noticed. If I was to describe it, it feels like playing as Nero over in 5.
We're too late. Everyone's dead.
Damn it all.
Sorry, I didn't mean to be so edgy about that joke, Yada. Let's try that again. Hang on, let me hold down the trigger for no reason.
Captain! Take them.
Let none escape.
As you command.
You take care of that spellcaster. I'll keep the others occupied.
Down with you!
That's them done. Are you all right?
I'm fine. It's my father and Joshua I'm worried about. We should head back.
Justinian, no, come on.
Clive, look out!
May I have this dance?
He's an Imperial dragoon.
And you are the shield who was blessed by the Phoenix. Not that it will save you!
I thought he sounded a little familiar. Ha ha, game.
Let's try. You're dead. Stay still, damn you!
So hang on a second. Because my end's perfectly smooth. So let's see what's going on here. Let's move the game up a little bit. Oh, wow. Okay. Wow, yeah. Now that's odd. We're actually specifically using the correct thing to usually fix that particular problem. Because I figured this game would give us that issue. But here we are. Interesting. That should not be happening. One moment, please. No, I've actually encountered this exact problem before. The problem is we're already using the fix for it. Well, if we go to the old method of capturing the window, which is actually this, I know it looks the same, but this is actually a completely separate capture. Here, we'll try this. Okay, that doesn't work. It looks like this. It's smoother though, right? I just got hit, but I showed nothing. But no, because we're using this, it should be fine. I can try that, but you'll have to tell me if that's causing issues then. Hang on. Let's see if this works really quick. I doubt it. Nope. Just losing my stagger window here. Alright, let's switch back up to this, and then let's get rid of the preview pane. Alright, so tell me if it's still staggering.
Your time is past!
Let's try one last thing. I'm going to turn the preview pane back on for a second. Oh, I can't save in combat. Holy crap. We're going to crank the difficulty. The graphics all the way down. Let's see how that feels. I keep hitting the wrong buttons. Yeah. I'm going to go ahead and leave the preview pane off. That's going to be irritating to deal with, but if it helps, it helps. Like for some right now, it looks like it's actually stuttering like crazy. Why is it stuttering here?
Are you hurt?
I'm fine.
So, they sent in the Dragoons. Imperial vipers. Do they really mean to invade us?
Not yet. Their numbers were too few. They were not here to take the castle. They were here to take heads. Our work is done. We should return to my father.
My lord, look. We issued these sashes but yesterday. In Rosarith. If they were already among us, what if there were others?
Father and Joshua are in danger.
We must hurry. Take your steed.
It was Wade! I trusted you with Biggs.
What is that?
Reunion. Reunion.
Uncle, you're all right. Thank goodness.
Your Grace, is everyone safe?
For the moment. We ride for Rosarith to rally our forces. I will need your help to see Joshua safely back to the capital. On you get, Joshua.
Father?
I'm sorry, Your Grace, but that won't be possible.
You honor the snakes!
Stay back! I'm warning
Run, Joshua, run! No!
Traitors! Your Highness!
You must do your duty too. You have to keep Father safe.
I have to. I had to. Clive,
I'm counting on you, Joshua.
Fuck!
Dog knows what's coming.
Phoenix.
Sorry, Tyler.
The Phoenix!
Joshua! Lord Murdoch! His Highness! Joshua! Stop this! He's lost control. I have to do something. I have to save him.
No, my lord! Fall back!
Clive!
Thank you, girl. You saved my life. Get her on her feet and run. Please.
Joshua,
Are you in pain?
not now. Come on! You're his shield. Do your duty. Save him.
My lord?
What in the name of...
Second icon of fire. That's impossible.
Probably should have run. He's dead.
Who are you? Leave me alone! Leave me alone! Stay away from me! Stay away! I'll kill you! I'll kill you, Icon!
I like how Ifrit is just called Icon of Fire. could feel that, Rex. Very Lord of the Rings, by the way. Everyone here is dead. I think you've really... I hope you like the fact that essentially every character from the intro is now dead.
I have to stop him!
Like 4 exceptions.
I have to save them!
So yeah, nukes. It's okay. It's okay. A couple people lived. Oh, they're dead. Okay. You thought I was joking. did it. We saved the fortress.
No! Stop it! Take your hands off my brother!
Help me! Help me, Clive!
Joshua! Stop it! Stop it! I swore I would protect him! Please! Please! Stop it!
Da, 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 da.
I'll kill you! I'll fucking kill you!
Who did survive? Well, I've got good news. And horrible news. That guy survived. Okay, he's dead. That guy lit. Okay, he's dead.
Quite a mess that monster made. Damn shame about the Phoenix, but can't be helped. Oh, my condolences, Your Grace. Is there aught we can do?
Haven't you done enough, Captain? Joshua was my world, and now he is gone.
You didn't believe me when I said she was
There
evil.
will be a place for me in the world his radiance seeks to create.
I see. Your Grace, over here. The rubble must have protected him from the worst of the flames. Shall we take him prisoner?
No need for that. Kill him.
As a reminder, that's her son.
Wait. As my husband never tired of telling me, he is a fine soldier. I'm sure he would make an excellent addition to the Imperial front line. All in its right place.
Also, this happens for some reason. I still don't fully understand that one.
Take this one. Chin up, lad. You're going to be a soldier.
Joshua.
And let that be your tone setter. We're gonna chop off really soon, by the way. Pretty much as soon as I can save.
Welcome back. Sorry. What's our situation? Let's just say Shiva and Titan's little spat hasn't made things any easier.
And? It's as you thought. The Crusaders have sounded the retreat.
Then we follow.
We're down a man, Sergeant.
If we return without Shiva's head, our fate will be no different from Biast's.
I'll take my chances with the Iron Blood. At least then I might die fighting. After you do, that is.
I won't be dying. Not today.
Then it's settled. No dying. Now, if you don't mind, we have an army to chase.
Oh, yeah.
How do they expect us to...
I can actually get my DLC stuff now. Oh, yeah, there's our... Well, the world map's changed a little bit. That's fascinating. Hang on. The onions! Ooh. What do we got? What do we got? Some orchestrion rolls. Might as well grab all this stuff.
Know something that can do this!
We have sets. Interesting. Yeah, I saw that, Rex. Those weapons are a bit better than what we have right now.
They don't. Only the girl holding its leash.
God, wielding the Buster Sword with one hand. Alright, now that's fantasy right there. Yeah, Ifrit 1. That is correct, Linnea. Sorry. I'm distracted. Interesting. Well, whatever. I meant what I said. We're gonna pause here. We've got a few other things to look at anyways. So, tomorrow, whenever we get started, more of this.